者ども、ご苦労じゃ。お家の心情に従い、愚かな真似はせず、あのバカどもの地獄行きを手助けしてやれば、今日はきっと良い日になる。もし天が我に代わってあの忌まわしき伊達家をこの世から抹殺するならば、わしはこの場に寺を建て出家するぞ。敵も相当の数を揃えているようじゃ。じゃが昼村かれ、数は劣れどおのおのが誇りを持って挑まばこの試練を乗り越えることが可能じゃ。機は熟した。刀を取れ、槍を取れ、勇気を奮い立たせよ。進軍じゃ、勝利を我が手に。
Okay. So as you can see, here's the setup. First game, Shogun 2 back in a while. I was going with a large consolidation of my favorite unit of the game, the Uesugi warrior monk units of the Uesugi clan. As you can see, I have, I think, 10 of the warrior monks, 4 of the boat warrior monks, 5 Yari Cav, which in this video I actually completely waste because I've been playing Rome 2 a lot recently, and I forgot how spoiled I was with the Cav in that game. And 1 unit of Matchlock warrior monks. So let's go ahead and skip the planning setup here. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, I've got just a basic line up in the open here. I have some cav on the flanks, on either side of the flank rather, you know, well, I hadn't seen the army yet, but my goal originally was to push the cav off my flanks and use mine for cleanup of their range units and such, so it's a pretty standard setup. First bit here, I'm just getting a few cinematic shots. Seeing they've got a lot of bow Ashigaru, which are, you know, cheap. Some matchlock Ashigaru there as well. Of course, the Katana Samurai. The thing that they had going for them in this battle is going to come down to numbers, because although I had overall better units, as straight melee and ranged, I had considerably less amount of men. At first, we'd both set up in our own formations, you know, across the map from each other, and after a little bit of time, they started coming towards me. I was about to make the first move, but they made it easy for me and came towards me. So as you can see, I've got my cav position on the flanks here a bit, and even still, I'm liking my chances with the cav on the outside with respect to being able to push off their cav and their light units. So you can see I'm looking at their units. They've got bow Ashigaru, matchlock Ashigaru, which are easily able to be routed with the Yari cav I have. So that's still the plan to this point. They went cav heavy on my left, which I should have countered earlier, I think, because I only have 1 unit of cav on the left. I went heavy on the right. You'll see in a moment here why I was saying earlier how I'm spoiled with the cav in Rome 2, because they're a lot better, and well, you'll see why. Well, this was a very stupid maneuver on my part. The initial volley isn't what worries me, although it's a bit more potent than I recall as well.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
But the speed at which my units route, I
Olha,
kind
one
of
square, yeah.
just had to pause there to meet TeamSpeak. Anyways, as you can see, I'm just trying to get my cav out now. I know they're lost, but just doing what I can with the last of them to tie up the enemy forces for as long as I can. Left hand side, I notice I've got 1 unit of cav against what appears to be mostly bow cav, unit of bow cav and a unit of light cav. So I still fancy my chances. And now you can see their lines are going to begin to charge mine with their cav. So once again, I'm a little bit slower than I should be here, setting up my spears to counter the initial rush. So yeah, move units up on the side after the rush to flank. And you can see I was very slow reacting to the cav rush. Significantly larger portion of losses on that than I should have. So now moving up, my front line is engaged, and I'm confident because I've got, you know, excellent units on the front line there to hold for quite a while. Definitely long enough for me to move my other units, auxiliaries up on the flanks, and start moving in. As you can see, I've already beat off the cav in the middle, and they've already been pushed away. Now my next threat I'm dealing with is the ranged matchlock, and some bow on the right, and there's some on the left as well. So what I'm doing now is working just to close the range, while supporting with the range of my own, of my superior bow warrior monk units. And the cav I had at the beginning, I still have some left, so I'm going to use them now to assist with that push. Got some unutilized units on the side that I should move up faster than I do. But I've taken the brunt of their initial assault quite well, taking very minimal losses. The only losses I've really taken here are my cav at the beginning, which was stupid on my part. But with the units I have and my composition and style that I was going for, or method that I was going for rather, my loss of cav isn't a big deal. So as you can see, I pushed off the initial assault, and I'm now moving the rest of my army up to meet the rest of theirs. It's going to be my attempt here to form up a line within striking distance, and to get set. I send a unit of cav there to rush and push off their ranged units, while the rest of my army is going to move and set up. Because at this point, any cav I have left is to throw away. So now my cav was successful in driving off the closest of their ranged units, and I'm just using it again to tie up some more of their ranged units. Now my bows are in position, and I can start returning missile fire of my own. So now I'm set up well, because what they have mainly left are bow samurai that are not facing my main line, rather my flanking force, or a matchlock, or a unit or two of matchlock, which are, you know, their range is far less than mine, so I could stand at a distance and engage them. And now those guys came super close, which worked to my advantage, because I'm able to rush out at them. And here I already told these two units to attack that one cav unit on my flank, but they didn't. Now I'm going to begin pushing their flank, making them react to my movement. Once again, I'm confident in doing this so openly because of the units I have. I'm a little worried at first about sending the two lone units on the right side to begin the assault on their own, because there was a unit of katana samurai, which it's been a while since I played, so I forget if that beats my Uesugi warrior monk units. But as you can see, I'm able to move up and push quite effectively at this point. My matchlocks are in position and assisting now. What I'm doing now is I've made my move and let them counter, and then I'm countering their counter to, you know, engage in some more flanking maneuvers and such. Using my Warcry abilities across the board now as best I can, if I haven't already, to cause the invader rout. At this point, the balance of power is mainly in my favor. I'm essentially just finishing off routing the rest of their army. And this is the end of the battle. So overall, you know, it's a little bit sloppy. Could have been done better, rather. But it's been a while, and now I'm gonna get back into it as we go. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this bit of a strategic segment on the channel. Thanks again.